Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Jonathan Gan and Charlotte Chong, where we give you a wrap-up of how the market did today. And you know what, John, Charlotte, it's been a rough week.
Well, on the bright side, it ended on a high note.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster, isn't it? It's that last crest before everybody comes in. So it's been a very tough week. Monday was bad for the Dow. Everybody felt it. Shanghai still closed down. But Charlotte actually was watching the market the whole day. So what did we see?
Guys, actually, I think it's pretty positive at the end of this week. KLCA is on its fourth day of green, closing 0.69% up at 1,612 points. As we enter a new month, we will see what happened after the Merdeka weekend. I spoke to a fund manager just now, a local research fund manager, and he told me that the KLCA would actually drop again to below 1,600 level because the fundamental is still very weak. Ringgit is very weak against US dollar. Ringgit is at about 4.21 against the greenback, and about 3 versus Sing dollar, our neighbor. And well, we might actually drop below 1,600 level again next week.
Okay, because a lot of the stuff right now, because the fundamentals people consider it weak, and the perception as well, you do see a lot of external factors coming into play. And the biggest one that I see is the US GDP numbers. Those came out really good. So now people are wondering whether you'll have, whether this will sway.
Yeah.
Whether it'll sort of persuade Yellen and co.
Yeah, well, basically reading some of the news reports, they seem to think that the rate hike will actually be delayed to December now.
So what does that mean for our market, do you think?
We wouldn't know. We will wait and see what happens next week, and also for the Asian regional market. Asian regional market is pretty green today. Nikkei up 3.03%, Straits Times Index up 0.2%. And when we look at oil prices, although we saw ringgit still continue to be under pressure, oil actually surged to 46.8 US dollar a barrel, biggest gain in 6 years on recovering equity market, and news on lower stockpile from the US. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot for that, Charlotte. We're moving on to our hot stock of the day. Very, very nice handoff. The fact is that we're talking about an oil and gas player today for our hot stocks. We're looking at Perisai. So Perisai actually, although the share didn't close up or down, it was still 29 cents. 31 million shares changed hands.
Well, Nadia, basically when we look at the action that Brent actually saw today, it's very in line with why the top 10 traded stocks included oil and gas stocks like Perisai and also Sapura Kencana Petroleum.
Pet gas also, I saw it among the top gainers today. Everybody seems to be looking for some kind of lift. They think that oil and gas stocks still, have some value in them.
I'm still pretty bearish looking at the situation because oil is yet to trade above 50 US per barrel, and it's still very far away.
Mr. Fundamental, look at this company, right? I was looking at Perisai. We chose it because there was apparently an analyst who still has a buy on the stock. They said that they think it's actually hit the bottom already. There's no more way to go down. And these guys actually had fantastic results. Did you see their earnings? It actually went up like 397% at the top line.
The thing is, the analyst consensus on this remains very weak, Nadia. And one analyst against 6 others, I tend to think in terms of consensus. And the thing is that I'm not really buying the story. I can't feel the story of the oil and gas rally.
Okay, if you don't want, it's not an oil and gas rally. Yeah. I wouldn't call it an oil and gas rally. The fact is for Perisai, right? There's a wonderful boost that you saw for the earnings. It came from the jackup rig that it had. It has 2 more to be delivered. One's going to be delivered at the end of this year. One's going to be delivered at the end of next year. So if you actually see, logic-wise, if they actually get somebody for the rig, you should see still good numbers.
Well, numbers may be one thing.
Mr. Fundamental says numbers may be one thing.
Earnings-wise, actually, I was looking at this TA report, and they said that its Pacific 101 jackup rig losses, pre-tax losses, had actually weighed on the company.
Well, we'll have to see how this actually kind of goes. But that's all we have for Perisai. Stay with us. We're coming back with Stocks with Momentum. Stay tuned.